Chapter 35. I had to do a retake because I said chapter 25. Chapter 35, Court Justice. Let's go. Williamson County, Tennessee. Cal pulled into the dirt driveway that led to the appointed rendezvous point. Appointed rendezvous point. Again, word selection, people. He knew the assault teams were simultaneously, there's that word again. He knew that the assault teams were simultaneously tracking their targets and getting ready. Now I would probably just say he knew the assault teams were ready. Taking a deep breath, he drove the oversized truck up the lane. Around a bend, he caught the winking beam of a flashlight. He figured it was probably two of the guards sitting by the interior fence. Sure enough, as he pulled up, he saw two thugs armed with rifles flagging him down. He slowed and approached the gate. The guard's voice was hard. "Get out of the truck." "Okay." Cal complied and slowly opened the truck door. He came out with his hands raised. "You have anything on you?" the guard asked. "Just my cell phone." "Excuse me." The guard shouldered his weapon and expertly frisked Cal. He took out the cell phone and gave the other guard a thumbs up. Then he turned back to Cal. "Get in the truck. We'll be in the back with our guns pointed at your head, so don't try anything stupid." "I wouldn't think of it," Cal said. The three men climbed into the truck, and one guard directed Cal to drive up to the house. Cal did as instructed, and they made it to the modest structure without further interference. The other guy in the cab ordered Cal out of the truck. For the second time that night, Cal carefully stepped out of the cab. He looked up to the porch and saw another thug standing in front of the door. He motioned for Cal to come closer. Once again, Cal was subjected to a thorough frisking. These guys weren't messing around. The first guard handed Cal's cell phone to the house guard and walked back to the truck. A third guard pointed at the house. "Are you keeping track of all these guards?" "I'm kind of." A third guard pointed at the house. "Go in through the door right there. Dante's waiting for you." Cal nodded and headed to the door, trailed by the third guard. Third guard. Is there going to be a fifth and sixth guard? Fourth? He opened it and stepped inside. The guard motioned to the right. Cal walked towards what he knew was the kitchen. As he moved, he imagined the assault teams quietly moving their final positions, drawing beads on West's patrols. He walked into the kitchen and tensed as he saw the familiar face of Dante West. "Welcome to my humble abode," West said. "Where are Jess's parents?" "Right down to business, huh?" he yelled to whomever was in the other room. "Okay, bring them out." Cal heard footsteps and waited anxiously for his one-time future in-laws to appear. They shuffled slowly into the room. Jess's mother looked disheveled and scared. Frank's appearance made Cal's blood boil. "Are you guys okay?" he asked, his voice trembling with rage. "We're fine, son," Frank said. "I thought you said they wouldn't be touched." Dante shrugged casually. It's not my fault the old guy wanted to put up a fight." "You're going to regret touching them," Cal said. "I don't think you're in a position to do much threatening, white boy. So, anyone tracking you with that cell phone?" "I told you I was coming alone. Now let them go." Dante spoke to the guard with Cal's cell. "Take the battery out of the phone and give them to me." The man did as ordered and gave them to Dante. West looked at it briefly, then put it in his right pant pocket. West pointed to his two prisoners and spoke to his men. "Take these two out back and get rid of them. I'll take care of the hero." Cal screamed, "You motherfucker!" Language. Cal lunged at Dante. The man sidestepped and watched Cal drop to the floor. Wait, what? Cal lunged at Dante. The man sidesteps and watched Cal drop to the floor. "It's time for you to take a nap, white boy." West pulled out his pistol and slammed Cal in the back of the head. The last thing Cal remembered before blacking out was a foggy image of a screaming couple being dragged out of the house. New section. "Oh shit," Neil said. Travis leaned over his shoulder. "What?" "Cal and West just disappeared." "What do you mean they disappeared?" "1 second they were there, clear as day, on the infrared video screen. Then there was a scuffle and the two disappeared." "Could they be in a basement?" Travis asked. "It's possible, but we'll still have even a weak signal if they were in a typical basement." "Wait," Andy said. "What if it's not a typical basement?" Travis looked up at him. "What do you mean?" "Neil, what does it look like on the screen when somebody walks into a secure bunker?" "They disappear." Brian chimed in. "But this is a normal house." "That's what it looks like from the outside," Andy said. Neil, can you pull up the ownership records for the property again? I've got it right here. Okay, it says here that the property was quitclaimed over to some entity called Williamson Enterprises LLC, Andy said. Yeah, I already looked that one up. It looks like a typical shell entity used to hold real estate. What if this LLC is controlled by West? Neil quirked an eyebrow. You really think he's that sophisticated? You heard what Dr. Higgins said. This guy's been underestimated his whole life. I think he owns this property and has built something under the property. Travis held up a hand. Is that even possible? I wouldn't put anything past this guy, Trav. You better tell... Neil interrupted Andy. Hey guys, it looks like some of the guards are dragging Jess's parents outside. Travis spoke into his microphone. All teams, this is 6. Mission is a go. I repeat, mission is a go. New section. Silently in the dark night, each of the teams launched their quiet drones. Every man knew how critical it would be to hit their targets with their one and only non-lethal shot. In staggered intervals, each team took out their targets with swift precision, using the drone's dart capability, save one. The pair dragging the prisoners outside got halfway to the backyard before one of the men was immobilized. The second gang member bent down to pick up one of his stumbling prisoners just as the dart meant for his neck sailed harmlessly high and into the side of the house. Standing back up, he looked to his left and noticed his partner unconscious on the ground. What the fuck? 2 muffled rounds in the face silenced the man forever. The assault team moved in quickly to secure Jess's parents. Each pair called in to Travis to report their success. Travis spoke to his companions. All of West's men are secure. 1 dead. They've got the parents and are moving to the evac LC. What about Cal? Brian asked. Travis shook his head. There's no sign of him. The house is empty. So there we go. A little surprise, a little fumbling of words on my part. But so what else is new? So that was chapter 35. Let's move on. Let's get in some more action.